when I look at the data in the Oura app, it is way more complicated to understand than the way Ring Conn displays the information and the way you can get to it. So I'm a big fan. Also, for those who are concerned, you can wear it in Bluetooth mode, and then it'll upload for those who don't want the
EMFs. But I think too, like at the end of the day, what I mostly use my ring for is as a pedometer.
Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jenn Trepeck, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. Hey friend, welcome back to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your health coach and host, Jenn Trepeck, here with you every week for Wellness Without the Weirdness. And joining me today is my dear friend and colleague, Sarah. Sarah, welcome officially to Salad with a Side of Fries.
I have been dying to come and dine with you guys here, so I'm so happy to be here.
Perfect. And you know what's even more wild, hard to believe? You're not the first member of your family to join me on this show.
No, it is hard to believe. And so
I know. So filling everybody in, Sarah's mom was with us for the episode called Book Talk, Uncomplicating Wellness. So now we're making things right in the world by having you here.
She'll never let me live that down, Jen.
I know. It's part of why I love your family. So anyway, for today, we're going to highlight some of our favorite finds that are perfect gifts for anyone in your life who is health conscious or maybe even just health aware, health curious, right? All the people. And by the way, I think a lot of these will also be great gifts for yourself too. So what do you think, Sarah?
I always buy a gift for myself, if not maybe a couple.
Yes, every gift for someone else becomes one for me.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing too is a lot of times these brands will go on sale. So if it's something that you've been eyeing to be able to take advantage of those sales or bonus offers, it's a great time of year.
For sure. And so I have a few ideas. Sarah has a few ideas. And we're going to get to it. Before we dive in, though, we have to tell everybody about the Happy Healthy Hub. So members, your recipe this week is for Thanksgiving stuffed acorn squash. So it is designed to be made with your leftovers. So you'll adjust it based on what you have. P.S. If you loathe Thanksgiving food, just make it with anything else you have. It's delicious. And you're also getting 15% off a couple of the products that we talk about and some other things that make great giftable items. So all of those will be in your email and in the hub because we can't get you that big of a discount on everything. Some of these things we don't have discounts at all that we're going to talk about today, but so our members are getting 15% off what we can. So if you want these recipes or the discounts, be sure you're a member of the Happy Healthy Hub. You'll go to asaladwithasideoffries.com/membership for just $12 a month. Or by the way, you can prepay the whole year and get it for $120. So 2 months free if you pay for the year. You get weekly recipes, curated articles and content, discounts from me and our partners, expert interview episodes in full video, include behind-the-scenes content, a community board with the ability to post and comment on others' posts, plus access to the 24/7 AMA, which is Ask Me Anything. That's how we can target your specific questions or challenges. By the way, you can upvote other people's questions, see past Q&As, and so much more. So this is really the next best thing to my 12-week signature coaching program. So if you're ready to level up your health and support this podcast too, so we can keep going every single week, go to asaladwithasideoffries.com/membership or click the link in the episode notes below because that's a lot easier. From there, you'll click subscribe now, follow the prompts to enter your payment info and create your login to access the hub. And you'll be all set to get this week's recipe for the Thanksgiving stuffed acorn squash and 15% off some great healthful products. So, okay, first one on my list is actually, Sarah, one that you told me about. I get questions about it all the time. And it's my ring. It's from a company called Ring Conn, RINGCONN. Everybody thinks it's an Oura ring. Looks very similar. Technically, it is smaller, thinner, lighter. And one of the things that I love about it is you don't have to pay monthly. So you buy the ring and they literally have everything. It's not like you buy them a ring that they then have to pay for every single month. And then I think what's also interesting, I have a lot of clients who have the Oura Ring, or people, because this is my life. Sarah, I don't know if this happens to you. I'm out, people see the ring, and then they want to tell me, and they know what I do for a living, and then they want to tell me everything about their Oura Ring. Or they ask questions because they have a hard time understanding the information. When I look at the data in the Oura app, it is way more complicated to understand than the way Ring Conn displays the information and the way you can get to it. So I'm a big fan. Also, for those who are concerned, you can wear it in Bluetooth mode and then it'll upload for those who don't want the
EMFs. But I think too, like at the end of the day, what I mostly use my ring for is as a pedometer. It's
Yeah.
just a cute pedometer. And so you're totally right. Do we need the complicated monthly fee, monthly subscription? I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I like the sleep data. I find the sleep data easier and more actionable based on how it's communicated in the app with Ring Conn anyway. And I'm not paying extra for it. So
Fantastic. It's
Ring
a
Conn,
win-win.
everybody. Yeah.
Go get one. Yeah. I've heard some
Love it.
great things. It is ironic because I wear an Oura ring, but I'm grandfathered in. If for whatever reason they made me pay a subscription, I just don't think that's the way to go anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that
For sure.
you enjoy
I
your
know.
Ring Conn.
Thank you for that recommendation.
Happy that we're spreading the word. So my first thing that I want to share, it's kind of a twofer. And so I think that let's keep it simple. And sometimes I love getting gifts of something that I know I'm going to use anyways, right? So that's the time, I get my nails done. So it's always nice when someone finds out my favorite nail salon and gives me a gift certificate, or, my hairdresser. But thinking about for this podcast, we all do have groceries that we order, and there's some great subscription-based online grocery platforms. So two that I use, one being Thrive Market. I do have 3.5 kids. I've got one on the way. So at time of air of this episode, I will have 4. And so, we're doing snacks. I'm doing the same kind of snacks. My kids are just as picky eaters as anyone else is, and they like the same chips over and over again, the same, meat sticks over and over again, all of the same things that we order time and time again. And I get such a big discount. And then I'm not spending my weekends like some of my friends going up and down the aisles of a Costco or a BJ's wholesale club. So it's that same wholesale discount pricing where it's just a box that's curated and I can switch it up every single month. And I do think that
Which one was that again?
this is Thrive is
Yeah.
my first one. And the link that we have, if you haven't tried Thrive before, you're going to get 40% off your first order. So I think that goes into your hub, right? So
Yeah.
love when we're giving some things. And the second one is one that's called Misfit Market. And this is a company that takes things that are the overflow of fruits, vegetables, and packaged goods and sells it at a discount. Maybe a label changed. Maybe something was mislabeled. Maybe the apples aren't all perfectly the same size. I get such great deals. I will say you do have to go through and you have to have Jenn, your health coach, in the back of your mind saying which of these items are healthy, because not everything in Misfit Market is necessarily going to fit, the protocol of healthy. But there are a lot of really great healthy organic things that then will be a lot cheaper. So I have found, and I've gifted people both Thrive and Misfit Market gift certificates, whether it's their first box, maybe a membership, something like that. And we have a special code for you also.
Yeah. So by the way, we're going to give everybody all those codes, and then the hub members are going to get extra
extra
things.
codes.
Yeah.
I love this. So that is going to be great for you guys just to be able to get started. So those are 2 grocery-based companies that I've both given gifts from and I use every single month myself.
I love those. Yeah. Misfits is funny. Like, I saw a thing on Instagram recently too that was like an oddly shaped bell pepper that was like,
You do come funny shapes sometimes.
I mean, it looked like a human kind of pouting, but it reminded me of Misfits.
That's cute.
All right. My next one is an activewear brand based out of Copenhagen called Planet Nusa. So I had never heard of them. They got to me through their PR agency. So full disclosure, they gave me some free clothes. I'm a fan. Went to a couple of events. One of the things I like about it, so it's two friends who started the company, and one of their big things is really about community. And that when they were, out of university and in their first jobs, it was all about like moving to a new city and then trying to like figure out their lives and friends and all of that kind of stuff. And they became fast friends and then met people through their workouts and different activities. So they've really created an activewear line that also helps bring people together. They're doing collaborations. They do events at different kinds of like pop-ups and things like that, all about creating community. They're so on brand for us. So one of the influencer events that I went to for them, it was a 5K. Yours truly did not do the 5K, but I met them after because the after part was candy. And so I was like, yes, I will meet you for the candy part. But with all of that, like I love that their vibe is let's do a 5K and then hang out and eat candy.
That's amazing.
So it's Planet, like, Planet, and then Nusa, Nusa. Their leggings are great. By the way, like the numbers attached to the leggings, the higher the number, the more features the leggings have.
Oh,
So that'll help decipher. They also have some great like matching sets and things like that, not just for workout, but then also for running around. And they have a couple collabs that are, they really run the gamut with everybody's style too, which has been very impressive. But
you can't go wrong
really like
gifting
it.
people athletic wear.
I know.
You really can't.
Great sweatshirts, cute vest. I'm a fan. Anyway, Planet Nusa.
Cool. And these
Yeah.
are the things we're wearing every single day anyways.
Exactly.
Such a casual world, which I'm such a fan of.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. My next gift is something that I would say the things that really matter are the things that you put in and on your body every single day.
Yes.
The environment that you're in, our overall toxic burden, because we can be ordering all the salad we want. We can be wearing our athletic wear. And if we're in a toxic environment, that's not going to be great for us. And I've really loved the solution of Branch Basics. One option, a really different company that is clean when it comes to cleaning your home. When it comes to things like the foaming wash in your bathroom for hand soap, all-purpose, bathroom, laundry. And really what makes them different is that they are free from the sulfates, from the chlorine, from the phosphates, from the parabens, from all those things that are endocrine disruptors. And they are built on concentrates, and then you refill the bottles. So being able to get someone even just one of their ultimate starter kits, something like that, you can choose either the plastic or the glass, which I do prefer the glass. And I have to say the Oxygen Boost laundry powder is one of my favorites, especially for those sheets. I do have 2 little boys and everything just gets a little stinky. So I like that Oxygen Boost.
And for that athleisure, right? Or the stuff that you wear to work out all the time.
Totally. Yeah. Especially when it's like up against your skin all day long and you're opening your pores and you're sweating and maybe you're jumping in a sauna session or something like that. The things that you wash your clothes with are super important.
For sure. All right. I love that one. My next one is a twofer, which you could combine them and make them one gift, or you could totally do them separately. It just kind of depends on how much you want to spend. So one is the Blissy silk pillowcase. I love these, not just because silk can be antimicrobial and all those things, and it's great for the skin. And by the way, it'll help keep your hair lasting longer between washes. But also, I feel like it's the kind of thing where people think, oh, I want to get that. And then they forget and they don't. So
Or they just won't buy it for themselves.
Right, that too. Because Blissy, I want to say, it might depend which one, but they tend to hover around like $80. I've seen some that are less, that are similar. But I love the idea of the silk pillowcase. And then to level it up, I'm going to recommend you go to Nodpod, Nodpod, $38. You can get a weighted blanket for the eyes.
Ooh.
So this is amazing for the traveler, for the person who says they can't have plans because it's past their bedtime. This is great for the person who says, like, I really need to focus on my sleep. And maybe a little passive aggressive, but I love it for the person who's always like a stress case, but maybe we don't want to say, hey, you need to like chill. You can get them the weighted blanket for their eyes.
That is like something you definitely wouldn't buy yourself.
Right.
So it's a very nice gift.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
I'm going to throw in a bonus one really quick.
Sure.
Am I allowed to say my book, Uncomplicating Wellness?
Yes, you are.
$18.99, right? Pair that with anything we're talking about today. Great gift. Available. Well, here, I'm going to tell you, text the word book, BOOK, to 833-801-0500. That'll get you a clickable link so that you can purchase, find all the places where it's available online, more info, all that stuff. So, all right, we're about halfway through, except for some of these bonus ones. So, by the way, Sarah and I also had a hard time narrowing it down. So, we do have some bonus ones that are coming up. But let's pause here to highlight our partner for this episode. Thanks to kGoal for supporting Salad with a Side of Fries. If you've ever sneezed, laughed, or coughed and peed a little, think about your pelvic floor. If you've ever resisted a certain exercise because you might pee or because you don't feel balanced, think about your pelvic floor. If you've ever held in your elimination, number 1 or number 2, and then had a hard time going later, think about your pelvic floor. So what's most interesting to me about all of these scenarios, by the way, is that they're not only about women. And they're not only about people of a certain age. I know kids who have those bathroom challenges, and men too, by the way. So, ladies, also, it's not just about after having a baby that we might want to think about our pelvic floor. And sure, we've been told to do kGoals, but how often do we really do them, right? So maybe the other thing with kGoals is like maybe you're squeezing, but do you do anything else? So it turns out that there's so much more to a kGoal, and that's why I love kGoal. They've gamified kGoal exercises with their device and app. You play games on the app while using the device. They have one that you insert and one that it's sort of like a bicycle seat that you sit on. So that one works for kids, male and female bodies. Friends, pelvic floor dysfunction is not inevitable, and kGoal uses gamification, biofeedback, and progress tracking to help us add pelvic floor exercises into our routines, which means sexual health support, digestive health support, and so much more. It's truly quality of life and healthy aging. So go to kGoal.com to learn more. Explore the options and get started. Use code TREPECK, TREPECK, my last name, for 10% off, or text the word kGoal, KGOAL, to 833-801-0500. We'll send you the link with the discount automatically applied in that link. So remember, that's kGoal, KGOAL, to 833-801-0500 to get your kGoal device today for 10% off. Remember, pelvic floor health supports everything from core strength to bladder control, and kGoal is your practical, approachable solution. Very fitting partner for this episode in terms of gifts.
So. Well, and in my postpartum journey, I think this is going to be great. So
amazing. Yes. Well, that'll be your baby gift.
Thank you.
Speaking of, though, that might be one that you buy for yourself.
Yeah. Maybe you don't gift that.
Gift it to you.
Maybe like a sister.
Yeah.
That could be a funny sister gift.
All right. Sarah, what's next on your list?
Well, speaking of things you might want to give your sister, just depends on your relationship. If you're not that close, then this gift is going to be perfect. So this is actually dry farm wines. So I'm going to tell you that I will never put a checkbox next to the fact and say that wine is healthy for you. That really has been proven to be false time and time again. But most wines are so extremely unhealthy for you that finding wines that are really this artisan, lower alcohol, and then also don't have any of the gross sulfites or sugar or things like formaldehyde that are added to them, it's hard to find and hard to navigate around just a wine store. You can find them, but if you want to take the thinking out of it, or you really want to learn and explore some new wines that are all small batch directly from Europe, I do recommend Dry Farm Wines. And I will say that mostly they are a membership, but you can buy a single box. You always can do that. And they often have lots of different sales and promotions around the holidays for these giftable boxes. You can do everything from red wine, white wine, sparkling wines, and you just don't wake up with that same icky feeling. Such a great hostess gift, even if you just get a whole box of them for yourself and then bring them to different events that you have, is a fantastic gift.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Curious Elixirs, which is non-alcoholic entirely. I wouldn't necessarily give those as a gift, but if you're having people over and you want to have an option, highly recommend Curious Elixirs. Shout out to them. They gave us their drinks for our live salad with the side of fries recording last year and for an Uncomplicating Wellness book signing and fireside chat this year. So love them. They're great. I actually drink their stuff when, I'll bring it to dinner parties and stuff like that when I don't really want to drink, but I want to have something.
Right. Yeah. Don't expect your hosts and hostesses to have a great non-alcoholic option for you. I mean, although it's becoming more and more mainstream, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to have something that you're going to want that night. So it's always, just good manners to bring something.
Love it. All right. That was just a bonus rec. All right. My next one. So inexpensive, and I'm a fan. Full disclosure, I tested a bunch of these to come up with this reco. And it's for a blender bottle that doesn't have a ball in it. So it's quiet.
Yeah.
And I love it because, I don't know if any of you are like me, but I will travel with a blender bottle. Do you?
Of course.
I love that you say that and make me feel normal. So here's what I love about it. I can put it in my bag and it doesn't jingle around. Like you're not hearing the little ball like a tambourine in your bag.
Something in there. Like I'll stuff all the protein powders or something like that, but then I drink them when I'm away and then I have that issue on my way home.
Right. Or I'll use it in the airport for water and then I have to figure out where to put the ball or I just have it in there, whatever. So this one, I got it off of Amazon. The brand, I think it's pronounced Helimix or Helimix, Helimix. It's the 2.0 Vortex Blender Shaker Bottle. Comes in 2 sizes. There's a 28 ounce, and then I think the other one's 20 ounces. And essentially what they've done is they've figured out like the shape of, it is plastic, which is the drawback, but it's, according to what they tell us, it's BPA, BPS free plastic, odor resistant also. But the bottle is shaped in a way that it helps it mix when you're shaking it. So it doesn't need the little whisk ball. And when I'm home, it actually does a better job of mixing certain things than the ones I have with the little whisk ball.
And that's one of those things that even if you have a million of them, you hate all of them. Like you just throw the other ones away. Donate them, recycle them, whatever you do with things you don't want in your house anymore, and find something that's actually useful.
Exactly. And then if you want to level it up, because I want to say this is like $26, maybe something like that. Pair it with a super awesome protein powder. So I talked about this one in our creatine episode, the nutrition nugget about creatine. But I love the Tower Plus whey protein isolate with branched chain amino acids and creatine. This is like a powerhouse for post-workout. Like you could put blender bottle without the whisk ball and the protein powder in a little thing. Be a great gift.
Yeah. And that is one of those proteins. Some protein powders, if I don't have the right ratio of ice and protein and a banana, but this one you can do with just water and it's still super yummy.
Yeah. Delish.
So mine that I have next to share is definitely a bonus one. And this, you have to have the right person. Oh, and then I'll end with a normal one. Let me throw my funny bonus one in now, I guess.
Okay.
Now that I teased it. And so this, and I have gifted this before, it is life-changing if you have never used a bidet on your toilet. If you don't know what a bidet is, please go Google what a bidet is, but you don't have to now have a whole bidet toilet or a separate bidet in the bathroom. You can just add something right to your toilet. And the brands that I love is called Tushy. And they have all different versions and in different colors. And to be able to gift this to someone, I'm telling you, is life-changing if you have not had a bidet experience. You'll know the right person that this is for. Or a gag gift.
I mean, I'm just picturing opening it in front of other people. So like if you do gifts in front of a big group, definitely give this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's a riot. And most people, there's a lot of people that have multiple toilets. Maybe not a New York City person, but even if you don't have a bidet on every toilet, then you need another one. So
perfect.
It makes a huge difference. Huge difference.
All right, my next one, I have a couple of ideas that fall into this, but it's skincare accessories. So I've been using a jade roller at night with my skincare. I enjoy it. It's supposed to do some things. We'll see if it actually does, but I enjoy it. And it's also the kind of thing where it's like, what do you give the person who has everything? The Lumiere de Vie one is $17.50. They also have an ice roller. So I keep that one in the freezer. And then in the morning when I'm making my shake, with the blender bottle and the Tower Plus and whatever, like I just grab it out of the freezer and do a quick once over on my face. If you're somebody who's curious about cold plunges and you're not quite ready to really dive in, no pun intended, use an ice roller on your face.
Great hack.
Right? It's a start. I also love the Lumiere de Vie skincare brushes. Those are $48. Again, if somebody loves their skincare, this is a great ad. It removes your hands from the skincare equation, which may be helpful. I feel like it feels super luxurious, like I'm at a spa when I use the brushes. So, highly
Agreed. I
recommend.
really like the spatula brush too for like the overnight masks and things like that. It's not really a brush, but it is more like a spatula, but bigger than the little stupid one that they'll give you
Yeah.
with some of your masks and things that are goopier. And it's a non-negotiable now for my skincare.
Oh, and I wore the biocellulose mask the other night and just slept in it. So that one's also awesome. That one's a pack of 5 for $48 too.
But you can break
Love
it up
it.
too and then make little like, gift baskets. I love buying things that are, maybe that's a big gift. Maybe that's
Right.
not what you want to spend. Maybe it's a teacher's gift or, your neighbors or your mail lady or something like that, mail carrier. So, maybe that's, you want to just pair that with like a little coffee gift card or something like that.
Yeah. Or you could do like the jade roller in one mask.
Totally.
As like a little.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's how you play with price points, I think.
Yes.
So something to add to this, this is my last tip, is I'm obsessed with castor oil in general, if you haven't used castor oil. And this is another thing too, that I will often use castor oil as my overnight moisturizer. Now, this is going to get a little bit messy if we're now pairing this also with our silk pillowcase. So I'm thinking this through. But maybe even just in the morning, you want to just wear a little bit of castor oil as you're depuffing and de-icing. But I really like Queen of the Thrones just because it's a female-owned company. I really love just the mission that they've had and that their commitment to quality has always been their number one focus from the start in those amber bottles. So I really like the face one, or just in general to use it. It's with a roller bottle with a rose quartz roller ball.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
that's
I feel
very
like every
nice.
time, and funny enough, we haven't talked about castor oil much on the show, which is surprising as we're having this conversation. But like a lot of times people think about castor oil packs and then how messy
Yeah.
it is. So I love that it has the applicator.
The applicator, because I do have then, and the Queen of the Thrones packs, which are lined and are supposed to be less mess, and they are less messy than just using flannel on its own. But still, it's the pouring it out, and I don't know, it's somehow there's always then a ring of castor oil, kind of like with my olive oil bottles. You know how that happens? Like somehow it drips down the side, but it's definitely a lot less mess with the roller ball. And they now also just came out with eyelash and brow serum.
Ooh.
And so, the studies out there are a little, does it work? Does it not work? But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm happy just adding things to my regime that just make me feel good. And, people swear by it. Castor oil for the eyes and the eyebrow.
Nice. Love it. All right. I have a bonus one. Actually, 2, because
you can. You're the host.
I can't help myself. All right. So this one, it's the Gulaki Neck Fan. Gulaki. So New York Times Wirecutter reviewed this one. As of now on Amazon, when we're recording, it's $26. It comes in a bunch of colors. The controls are easy. It's lightweight. So you don't even notice it. It's like a personal fan that you wear around your neck. You barely notice it's there. It's not like adding weight to your neck and shoulders. The battery lasts up to 17 hours, depending on, your settings and stuff. I love this for the traveler. I love this for the person who doesn't like to sweat, but they know they need to move, right? Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah. I'm loving this.
So a fun little thing. Especially like even I'm thinking back to like teachers, right? Like if they're in a classroom, although maybe they're not in a classroom in the summer,
But they
but
get so
whatever.
hot. No, most
Yeah.
classrooms just get so warm at some point.
Yeah.
People who love Disney. You always see the people
Oh,
with the fans in
yes.
Disney. Yes. But any vacation like that.
Yeah,
Hikers, outdoorsy people,
totally.
if you know those people.
I love that.
Mhm.
All right. And then the last one is from me. So I will do a gift certificate. You tell me how much you want to spend. I'll tell you what we can do. So maybe it's a supplement. Maybe it's we can pair that supplement with a little bit of an intake. Maybe it's some health coaching sessions. You tell me what you want to spend. We'll figure it out together. You could just go to asaladwithasideofries.com and on that contact form, send an email, tell me what you want to spend and who it's for. And we will come up with something perfect.
That's the best gift. I think services are such a fun gift for people because it is the gift that keeps on giving and that little push that people just might need.
Right? That's a great little bundle with the book. Be like, got you the book and with the author.
Do a service with the author.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Love it. Well, we did it, Sarah. I think we
did
ended
it.
up with like, I don't know, almost 15
Yeah.
gift ideas. How fun is that?
I mean, if people don't have something from this list for almost everyone, then I don't know what you're doing.
Just buy the
So,
Tushy Bidet for everyone.
yeah, for everyone. That's our
the answer.
favorite one.
It is my favorite one. Well, it's hard to pick a favorite from this list,
It is hard.
but I'm excited. I have to come up with something for a grab bag kind of gift
Ooh.
where you don't know who it's for. And we were given the price cap, but I wonder if I can do the Tushy Bidet. That would be amazing.
Throw a potty squatty in there.
Yeah. Perfect. What's one thing you're going to buy from this?
Oh, well, I mean, something that you told me about that I would like to buy for myself, but will probably buy for someone else is going to be the silk pillowcase. I forgot how much I love having a silk pillowcase. I'll probably buy it for myself. I'm not lying. I'm buying it for myself.
Yeah.
But that and you remind me of the skincare brushes of like, that's such a great gift at such a fantastic price point.
Love it. Yeah.
Thank you. What are you going to buy?
Other than a Tushy Bidet for everyone.
Other than that?
Right. If you know me and you are expecting a holiday gift, it's going to be the Tushy Bidet. I think that is my favorite one.
Yeah. I do think like your blender bottles too. It sounds like those are going to everyone.
And this one, it didn't make it into our conversation, but the sneakers. Do you want to tell everybody about the sneakers that you texted me?
This is like the newest issue for back problems, knees that they're realizing is just that our over cushioned, those kind of springy sneakers are so detrimental to our health, our posture, our sleep, our pain. And so these new wide toe box shoes are all the rage. And the cutest ones that I found, none of them are cute. I'm just going to tell you, none of them are cute. But the cutest ones of the list are these Xero shoes. And so we're going to link to those.
Yeah, it's Xero with an X.
With
and
an
that's
X.
why when you sent me the link, I was like, oh, these are actually of the options, not horrendous.
Not horrendous. And just going to be so much better for you. So try them out or give them to someone who you know is just complaining all the time of pain all over. Their shoes probably make a huge difference.
Yeah, it's interesting as you say that because I had my mom change her sneakers. She was wearing Hoka's and they have like 8 miles of cushion below your foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I think they're making your knee worse.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, amazing.
Lots of studies on that. This is the new thing that everyone's talking about. So we really just need to say it louder for the people in the back.
And again and again and again.
And again and again. And I think that cute girls like us need to start wearing sneakers like that and just make it a thing, Jen. So,
well, challenge accepted. Next time I see you, we can both wear our sneakers and take pictures. We will single-handedly.
we're going to start that.
Yeah. All right. Well, you heard it here, everybody. Maybe don't hold us to that one. We'll give it our best effort, though.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well, on Friday and this week's bite-sized bonus episode, we're talking about free, as in like $0. So as in the season of giving and spending, and even fitting for this week's episode, where we talked about a whole host of giftable items for health or the health nut in your life and yourself. The bite-sized bonus episode is highlighting things we can do to support our health that don't cost any money at all. So tune in on Friday for this week's bite-sized bonus episode. Be sure wherever you're listening, click the plus sign or the follow button, and then your app will alert you when the nutrition nugget goes live on Friday morning. Well, as always, everybody, I'm your host, Jenn Trepeck. Connect with me on all social media. I'm at Jenn Trepeck, JENN-TREPECK. Website is asaladwithasideofries.com. Pick your platform, send a message. I love hearing from you, your takeaways, your ideas, your questions. This is also the easiest way to learn more about working with me as your health coach. Sarah, thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jen. I loved this.
Me too. So fun. Now when you launch your show again, we'll have to do it over there.
100%.
Maybe. All right. And of course, everybody, if you are not already a member, I invite you to the Happy Healthy Hub. You'll go to asaladwithasideofries.com/membership. This shows your support for this podcast, this community, and your health. On top of the 24/7 Ask Me Anything, community chat, discounts, curated content, and interview episodes in full video, you'll get this week's recipe for the Thanksgiving stuffed acorn squash and 15% off some of our favorite gift ideas. So until next week, remember, the holiday season is a perfect time to gift health. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.